Bottoms up.
Five minutes later.
What? Oh, come on, man. Hey there guys, how are you? And welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the brand new film that just came out on Netflix as of Friday, August 14th, Project Power. Now, Project Power was directed by Joost and Ariel Schulman, and it stars Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Dominique Fishback. Jamie Foxx plays an ex-soldier who teams up with a rambunctious freestyling teenager played by Dominique Fishback, as well as a cop played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and they collide in New Orleans as they are on the hunt for the source and the brains behind a dangerous new pill that grants users temporary superpowers. That's right, the user takes this pill, and for 5 minutes, they get an inhumane and completely random superpower for that time limit. Before I get further into the review, thank you all so much for stopping by, as always. I hope you guys enjoy your stay. If any of you guys are new here, just make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can, and make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video by the end. But with that, let's talk a little bit more about this movie. This has gotten pretty mixed reviews, and I watched this movie last night as of filming, and I thought there was a lot to enjoy about this movie, personally. This was a lot of fun. Because for starters, how about that concept I just described? You take this shiny little pill, which, by the way, I don't think this would ever be FDA approved in the real world. You take this little pill, and it's like a grab box. It's chosen at random, and for 5 minutes after you take the pill, you get this inhumane Human Torch-like ability, maybe. You could turn into an ice goddess, or even you could just explode. It's luck of the draw, really. I really love this concept, and I think it definitely leads to a lot of fun moments in the movie itself, and it definitely has the potential to create something really, really neat. The ideas are truly endless with this concept. But a lot of the reviews for this movie are, in fact, talking about how this movie itself doesn't exactly reach the full potential of this concept. And that's something that unfortunately I have to agree with. I feel like Project Power is fun, but I feel like it definitely could have been a lot better. And I think the biggest thing that holds this movie back from taking it over the top is the script. On the surface, some people could look at this screenplay as more formulaic. That wasn't necessarily my problem, as I had tons of fun with those more cliché moments throughout the film. But what really got me personally is the existence of a character that, in hindsight, didn't really need to be included. This is a mild spoiler, but of course the character in question is Jamie Foxx's character's daughter. Now, I'll give the movie credit. I understand why this character exists within the realm of the story, mostly to give Jamie Foxx's character a little bit more heart and soul. And the actress here does do a fairly great job with the material she's given, but in hindsight, she's barely in the movie. And the character's appearance is kind of inconsequential when looking back at the movie as a whole. What I think they should have done is I think they should have just had Dominique Fishback's character be revealed as Jamie Foxx's character's daughter down the road. I think that could have been a pretty nice little twist to the movie, and albeit a little bit more predictable, I think it would have made the movie a little bit better in my opinion. Which reminds me, speaking of Dominique Fishback, how great was she in this film? I think this is a career-changing turn for her. She has so many fun moments in this movie, and she certainly holds her own with her 2 co-stars in the acting department. Plus, she also freestyle raps at a couple of really awesome points in this movie. I mean, what's there to complain about, really, at that point? She was so awesome. I can't wait to see what else she does. Briefly mentioned him, Jamie Foxx, my fellow Sagittarius. He's one of my favorite actors working today, and once again, excellent job. He's always a super likable presence, and I'm convinced everything he touches turns to gold. And this character is no exception. He's very troubled and surprisingly layered, and I think Jamie Foxx pulled it off super well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is also in this movie, playing a police officer who happens to be a huge fan of the New Orleans Saints. Which can only mean that he must be super sick of them getting screwed over by the refs in the playoffs every year. Sorry, Saints fans. Had to throw that one in because, as a member of the 12th man, I feel your pain. Little bit of a digression, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt was super awesome in this movie. Even though I also noticed that he kind of slipped in and out of the southern drawl that he had going on, I still think he did super well with the material that he's given. Now, one other thing I gotta commend is how sleek this movie looks. This movie is really stylistically beautiful. Project Power was supremely well shot and very well directed. And I noticed that the editing can get some really innovative shots in there sometimes too. I think this movie overall looks really, really cool. The action scenes as well, also really well directed. And like I said, this idea is so unique from everything else I've watched. Without this idea, this would just be a normal buddy cop movie that are just where the heroes are just going after the people in the suits, and it would just be another boring action flick. But like I mentioned, the screenplay I feel like could have used a little bit more editing. Maybe one more rewrite would have done the trick to take this one truly to instant classic status. But nevertheless, Project Power is a very fun action thriller, and I'm gonna give it a B-. I'd recommend checking this one out. It's on Netflix right now. Have you guys seen Project Power yet? If you're looking forward to seeing it, regardless, I'd like to know all of your thoughts down in the comments section below. And thank you all so much again, as always, for tuning into the video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video if you liked it, and please make sure to hit that subscribe button as hard as you possibly can. We are very, very close to reaching at least 100 subscribers on the channel. Thank you all so much once again for your support. Again, if you guys can help me get to at least 100, you guys are going to get a very special surprise video from me very soon. You guys are awesome, seriously. Look forward to more reviews very soon. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.